The sun dipped low over the bustling town of Windmere, casting long shadows across cobblestone streets teeming with life. Hover carts zipped through the air, leaving trails of shimmering dust in their wake. The market square buzzed with a cacophony of voices, some human, some decidedly not. A portly badger haggled over the price of glowing mushrooms, while a pair of squirrel twins chatted excitedly about the latest clockwork toys. Amidst the chaos, a streak of russet fur darted between legs and paws.
Zephyr Swiftpaw, the cleverest fox this side of the Misty Mountains, moved with fluid grace.
His emerald eyes sparkled with mischief as he snatched a plump, juicy peach from an unattended fruit stand. The vendor, a grumpy old goat, bleated in outrage, but Zephyr was already gone, melting into the crowd like morning mist.
Stop that thief!
The booming voice of Mayor Cluckle.
A rotund chicken with ruffled feathers and a monocle perpetually threatening to fall cut through the market den.
His waddle quivered with indignation as he pointed a wing accusingly at Zephyr's retreating form.
After him!
Zephyr's heart raced with exhilaration as he bounded onto a nearby crate, using it as a springboard to launch himself onto the nearest rooftop.
Terracotta tiles clattered beneath his paws as he sprinted across the skyline of Windmere.
The wind whipped through his fur, carrying the scent of adventure and possibility. Mayor Cluckle, surprisingly nimble for his girth, gave chase.
His feathers puffed out comically as he waddled after the fox, squawking orders to the town guards.
Cut him off at Whisker Alley! Block the bridge!
Zephyr's mind raced as fast as his paws. He spotted a clothesline stretching between two buildings and, without hesitation, leapt.
The world spun as he grabbed hold, using his momentum to swing in a graceful arc.
Sheets and undergarments fluttered in his wake, leaving a trail of chaos behind him. Landing with cat-like grace on a narrow ledge, Zephyr paused to catch his breath.
His gaze swept across the town, searching for an escape route. That's when he saw it. The old clock tower. Its weathered stone. Face a silent sentinel.
Something tugged at Zephyr's instincts, urging him towards the ancient structure.
With a final glance back at the pursuing mayor now tangled in a web of laundry and cursing up a storm, Zephyr made a dash for the tower. He slipped through a crack in the worn wooden door, finding himself in a cavernous space filled with giant gears and ticking mechanisms. Dust motes danced in shafts of fading sunlight as Zephyr crept deeper into the clock tower's heart.
His keen eyes scanned the shadows, searching for something. He didn't know what, exactly, but the fox had learned long ago to trust his gut.
A glint of gold caught his attention.
There, nestled between two massive cogs, sat an ornate compass.
Its surface gleamed with an otherworldly light, seeming to pulse with a life of its own.
Zephyr's paw reached out, drawn by an irresistible urge to touch the mysterious object.
The moment his fingers brushed the cool metal, the compass sprang to life.
A beam of golden light shot upwards, coalescing into a shimmering, three-dimensional map that hovered in the air before him.
Zephyr's jaw dropped in wonder as he gazed upon floating islands suspended in an endless sky, each one teeming with the promise of untold treasures.
The Sky Islands, he breathed, his voice barely above a whisper. Tales of these mythical lands had been whispered in taverns and around campfires for generations. A realm of magic and danger where fortunes could be made and lost in the blink of an eye.
As Zephyr stared transfixed at the map, a swell of music seemed to fill the air around him.
It was a melody of adventure, of horizons waiting to be explored and legends waiting to be born.
His heart soared with possibilities, imagining the wonders that awaited him among those floating paradises. The dreamlike moment was shattered by a distant boom. Zephyr's ears twitched, picking up the unmistakable sound of cannon fire.
He raced to the clock tower's window, peering out across the darkening sky.
There, silhouetted against the setting sun, loomed an enormous airship.
Its black sails,
billowed ominously, the skull and crossbones emblem leaving no doubt as to its nature.
Captain Ironbuck, Zephyr muttered, a chill running down his spine.
The most feared sky pirate in all the realm, known for his ruthlessness and insatiable greed. If Ironbuck was here, it could only mean one thing. He too was after the secrets of the Sky Islands.
A tiny voice piped up from near Zephyr's ear.
Well, looks like you've stumbled into quite the mess.
Zephyr whirled around, coming face to face with a diminutive firefly.
Her wings buzzed with barely contained energy, and despite her small size, her eyes held a fierce intelligence. "Name's Luma," the firefly continued, her light pulsing with each word.
And unless you want to end up as Parachute, you might want to start running.
As if to punctuate Luma's warning, the sound of splintering wood echoed from below.
Ironbuck's crew had breached the clock tower's entrance.
Zephyr's mind raced.
He clutched the compass tightly, its weight both a promise and a burden.
With Luma zipping anxiously around his head, he scanned the room for an escape route.
There.
Luma shouted, her light illuminating a narrow window high up on the tower's wall.
Think you can make that jump, Furball?
Zephyr's lips curled into a roguish grin.
"Watch me!"
He replied, already coiling his muscles for the leap. The tower door burst open, revealing a motley crew of avian pirates.
Their leader, menacing raven with an eye patch and a wickedly curved beak, fixed his gaze on Zephyr and the glowing compass.
Get that fox!
Captain Ironbuck screeched, his voice like steel scraping stone. Zephyr didn't hesitate.
With Luma clinging to his fur, he launched himself towards the window.
Time seemed too slow as he soared through the air, the pirate's angry squawks fading behind him.
His paws touched the windowsill for the briefest moment before he pushed off again, plummeting into the open sky beyond. Wind rushed past Zephyr's ears as he fell, the ground of Windmere racing up to meet him.
But the clever fox had one last trick up his sleeve.
With a flourish, he unfurled a makeshift glider hidden beneath his vest.
The fabric caught the air, and suddenly he was soaring, carried aloft by the same winds that gave Windmere its name.
Gee! Cool!
Luma shouted, her tiny voice filled with equal parts terror and exhilaration. Now this is what I call an adventure. Zephyr couldn't help but laugh, the thrill of escape coursing through his veins. The compass pulsed warmly against his chest, a reminder of the incredible journey that lay ahead. As they glided away from Windmere, leaving the enraged pirates and befuddled townsfolk far behind, Zephyr's mind raced with possibilities.
The Sky Islands awaited, their secrets calling to him like a siren's song. With Luma by his side and danger nipping at his heels, Zephyr knew that his greatest adventure was only just beginning. The wind carried whispers of hidden treasures, ancient magics, and perils beyond imagining.
But for now, as the last rays of sunlight painted the sky in brilliant hues of orange and purple,
Zephyr allowed himself a moment of pure, unbridled joy. He was flying, truly flying, towards a destiny he could scarcely comprehend. Whatever challenges lay ahead, whatever obstacles Captain Ironbuck and his nefarious crew might throw in his path,
Zephyr knew one thing for certain. The skies would never be the same again.